Today's video covers AMC clearance, Citadel lawsuit, margin calls, and more. Look at this first. If the Fed drops rates again, AMC will save additional money in Q1 next year. Understanding that AMC debt will diminish is what we've discussed. We know this in many ways. Restructuring, paying off bulks, and lower interest payments help AMC's cash flow. It's clear from the foundations of AMC that we're all doing well, today and in the future. This has long been AMC's claim. We discussed their improvement plans at the start of the year. We've seen them keep their promises. Plus, there are other things AMC can't change, yet they still positively affect AMC, like the Fed cut rate. That improves AMC's position. Our payment can be reduced. We've discussed this often. More funding allows AMC to do more. They can use their cash in various ways. They can buy back shares, invest more, or reinvest in infrastructure. Understanding this, we've recognized that AMC's fundamentals will only improve going forward. Whether it's Q4 or Q1 next year, this is Tuesday's box office, but you may check it all week. I wanted to exhibit this on a random day to show how movies are doing. Consistency is evident. Although recent hit movies have been released one after another, so many movies are coming out, whether it's Zootopia or Avatar. We expect positive Q4 earnings fundamentals since we've seen so many movies. AMC has made various improvements. Not only the box office. No doubt, that will affect AMC the most. Don't forget that. However, their many improvements are putting them in better positions. So understanding this shows how coupling up with the box office will yield fantastic outcomes. Shareholders approved the share increase. Adam responded to the shareholder comment by wishing a prosperous new year. So this is his prediction for Q4. Forecast for the rest of next year. AMC is far from insolvency, as discussed. We should already see this, therefore I won't keep saying it. Our primary issue with AMC is how big we can go. How can we invest to be in the best position to attract everyone? Certainly care about that question. We know how AMC does it, accomplishing it by investing in premium screens and other things. With this rise in shares, remember that authorization and issuance are very different. You must understand that they will issue shares to raise cash. That authorization shows how many new shares they can issue. One thing we stressed was that having funds now will put them in a good position. We'll discuss GME's billion-dollar investment and how it will benefit them later. Knowing that, we talked about and understand that AMC can accomplish more with more cash if they can maintain continuous profit. We discussed share buybacks and dividends. They've done this previously, so these are all possible. For this reason, we want them to develop their fundamentals and miss everything. Shorts are worrying since they've always attempted to ignore AMC's health. They want no AMC growth. You should already know. Preventing AMC price increases is one of their main goals. There are several reasons they prevent the pricing. First, because they don't want their short positions to be billions of dollars in the hole, as they surely are with synthetics. Most importantly, they fear AMC raising funds. When it comes to raising cash, one of the biggest regrets I see apes talk about is when AMC reached a very high price and asked for authorization. Shareholders didn't approve and AMC failed to raise cash at that price point, and the shorts realized that. The shorts saw that, and now every time they realize AMC can get a lot of cash, they want to prevent the price, because by pushing the price down, you can't raise as much cash as you were at 3, 4, 5, or even higher dollars. So that's what we're seeing them, 74% for December 9th and 73% for December 8th. We see that AMC is down 2.26%. People will blame share dilution. AMC was still falling before this, even though it had solid profitability, no price dilution, and all of these things. DART pull percent has always been high, and then people say that all these other stocks experience DOT pool, which is true. But we've always said to compare the DOT pool usage for AMC and Cineog, and then compare AMC to any other company. First, because we're comparing with our competitors, then with mass market. And we realize that AMC faces the most manipulation. Not true, because dark pool has been the only constant when AMC goes down. That's their main AMC manipulation rationale. Even 94K has been borrowed against a $225 stock with 73% of trades. It's directly tied to darts and a consistent moving average of above 70% for 90 days. AMC was once 63 to 65% and sometimes 70%. Our average exceeds 70%. That shows how massive it is and how much censorship AMC is facing. We must know that constant dark pool would not exist if AMC didn't threaten to bring down all these short sellers and banks to bankruptcy. Why is AMC, GME, and possibly others the only stocks to show substantial DART usage? The companies with high DART pool usage are usually associated with large naked short selling to exploit and pull down the market despite no fundamentals. GME earnings showed that GME is likewise performing well. Report reveals lucrative lean business. Profit was $77.1 million, 20% higher EPS. The 20% revenue loss worries. Nobody can sugarcoat it. This is likely due to more store closures. Please be honest again as we discuss this. We always said this. Let's compare AMC and GME first. AMC now has great market infrastructure. Business is good. Their system works well. GME has failed to develop an efficient business infrastructure. That distinguishes AMC from GME. One has great business infrastructure, one doesn't. GME also has a lot of cash from selling shares. That puts them in an excellent position. We claimed that if AMC had the same capital as GME, they would be unstoppable since they can invest billions of dollars and have a good corporate infrastructure. The two together will put them in a terrific position. Illustrates this. We say AMC raising cash is excellent because of this. GME has $409.9 million in free cash flow. This is a major change from before, but they invested heavily. You can see GME made an investment or purchase of $5 billion, which many suspects to be BT bills, and so that's a steady stream of income. If AMC were able to be put in the same position as well, you can only imagine how well they will do and why shorts are trying to suppress AMC, and he had double-digit U.S. sales growth, higher growth in operating margins, and increased cash flow. GME also has a good position. Clearly they need improvement. AMC has been working on their current issues for years. AMC is ahead there. However, their investments and healthy finances allow them to position themselves well despite lacking AMC's business infrastructure. This is another significant thing. Paramount may raise Warner's Netflix bid to $35 per share, so the Warner Brothers dispute continues. This shows how important movies are now. People saying movies are going to die, yet these firms are willing to pay so much money to buy these firms, and Netflix is still trying to obviously hold on to the fight, and big reason for this. It's because of how well the box office is doing. And two things for this. Firstly, movie is still important. So, box office still going to grow. Secondly, film distribution is very important as well, and that's why we could see why. AMC, if they were able to focus and also expand on the film distribution, that would put them in a very good position, and we expect them to obviously grow insanely from that, and you can even see here. This is a post we've seen previously streaming Apocalypse how Netflix could kill AMC in movie theaters forever now. The funny thing about this is you can see how they mention AMC, and then the rest is just movie theaters. Emphasis on AMC because they want to bring the negatives. And we talked about how these articles are used as a way of sentiment to fluctuate, to kind of inflict these algorithms, to make them do short trades on AMC. This is our view. First, Netflix wants to work with AMC despite claiming this. Netflix still wants to buy film distribution, so you should know the truth. Next is Genius Group versus Citadel Securities. Citadel and Virtue must now reply to the lawsuit after they were served with the documents. Discuss this. This will be significant. This will take ages. These lawsuits take days, they'll take months, or years. However, we can hope that the regulations recognize this issue and take action. As a non-lawyer, I'm not very professional. Please comment below if you have any clue how this will go, including short-term events. However, Genius Group buys back 1 million shares. I suppose they're pressuring this. I think this litigation has put them in an excellent position, even though nothing has happened. If they have a beneficial impact, AMC and GME may follow suit and repeat the same. Everyone should be focused on the margin depth Armageddon, the market's big thing right now. In October, recall margin depth broke records for the 6th month in a row at 184 trillion. So that's significant. The margin depth has gone sky high, and few people are calling it out. First, we must realize that the option market always moves first, signaling someone is trapped and scrambling for upside hedges. This happened around December 10th. As we indicated, there are always signals, and we're seeing folks having margin called. 4 headlines took mainstream media a while to get to, but now the warnings are flowing thick and furious about why. Wall Street anticipates a market correction in 2026.